Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Demon the Descent. This is episode 6, probably the end of our series. I am your storyteller, Kelle. I use he and him, and I'm very excited to be here tonight as we wrap up our Demon the Descent mini-series. Let's meet the cast, starting with Christa.
Hello, I'm Christa. I use she, they, or her, them pronouns, and I am playing Ms. Maccabee and their conniving ways. We'll see if they remain with everybody for the time being, but to survive. And for my astute earphone listeners, if you hear a ka-tink, it's my earrings because I needed to wear my angel feathers and gears for our final episode.
This is true. Over in the corner, sporting some demonic eye makeup, is Kelle.
Hello, it's Kelle from up the road. I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am playing Ms. Void, aka Ivy Watson, but who knows how long Ivy's gonna last. There's things afoot, and Ivy might have to be jettisoned. We'll see. Don't know.
All right, speaking of things with feet, it's Mr. Cinder, aka Mike.
Oh, yes, I have feet, because I'm usually Michael, and go with he, him pronouns. And tonight, because of feet, I am also Mr. Cinder. And speaking of feet, he has a whole bunch of feet with 2 covers as Grover McFarlane and Haley Reiser. That's like 8 feet.
It's like 8 feet. That's too many feet. All right. Also going too far is James.
Why, hello there. I am James. I use he, him pronouns, and I am playing Mr. Dredge, who has 2 covers right now. Well, 1.5, I suppose you could say. I've got Simon Berg and one I've yet to grab named William Izzo, who is of similar. So I only have 6 feet, but that's not bad. Anyway, that's me.
Nice. That means that that William is, or Simon is of average height in North America, I guess, so that's good. So, hello everybody, this is the final game. So I pre-gave you XP before last game. I'm not going to do that this game, so if you survive, you're going to get an experience point. I also have your aspirations here for the night. So, Kelle, I have survive the night, find a new cover, and assimilate into the dark web as your short, long. Mike, I have stopped the thing from happening, which we all know what it is. Get Linus a home, and more or less your long term is to become Scarface.
Say hello to my little friend. It's Linus. Like he's a cat.
Yeah, I was about to say it's Linus.
Yeah.
If you adopt Linus, you'll get a B, right?
Yeah, well, depending if I survive or not, that might have to be the option.
Yeah, see, this is why you have to stop the apocalypse, is so that you can save Linus. Save the cat, save the world.
I mean, that's how it works, according to Stephen King.
This is true. All right, Christa, I have get the apocalypse.
Just one. It doesn't have to be the apocalypse. It has to be a apocalypse. An apocalypse.
An apocalypse. It wouldn't be apocalypse. We're not. Apocalypse would be like if you're Jeff Goldblum and you're looking for apocalypse.
Apocalypse.
An apocalypse? Is that like Angela Anaconda?
Yeah, it finds a way. The apocalypse. And then out with the angel. And by angel, do you mean the one that is the blind one that's running around?
That's the plan, is, to be able to sneak under, because I'm the only I guess 2 of us haven't encountered him yet, so I'm hoping to be at least the one that does not encounter them and manages to sneak away.
Okay, sounds good. And then your final one is to gain a hold on infrastructure in the city. Yeah,
my old long-term one from last time was gain leverage in politics in the city, and realized that was thinking too small, so we got to go bigger. And so, we're going to gain some more infrastructure.
All right. And finally, James, I have you down for kicking Angel's ass.
That's right.
Stop apocalypse and claim a new cover.
Yeah, I actually got to start making use of that one I've got standing.
Yeah, you gotta. We don't have any games left.
I know.
All right. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Last episode of Demon the Descent, the characters reconvened after splitting up in very questionable circumstances to discover that through a dead drop switch left by the deceased demon Mr. Hour. A little more information about what the Apocalypse Orb is and where it came from was revealed, in that it came from a splinter timeline accessed via the Butterfly Building down in Vancouver City Center. The Butterfly Building recently was built in 2018. And or started, its foundation came up in 2018, and the time loop, it goes back to the moment that the foundations, basically the skeleton of the building went up. So the building is the linchpin for that time shard. Basically starts at the end of 2018, beginning of 2019, and then apparently loops. Or should loop, at least. We'll find out. With that, that splinter timeline is running separate, and the Apocalypse Orb was brought from there. It has been implied by the angels that you encountered that there was a bit of an issue involving the Tailor potentially being nefarious. Who would have thought that an exile would be such a jerk? But perhaps the angels are just pulling your legs. Perhaps there's something more at stake than even you realize. Together, you make your way down for a final confrontation, potentially, down at the Butterfly. Does anybody have any questions before we begin? Okay. All right, so let's do it. It never stops raining in Vancouver. It's a cliche at this point. The place is called Rain City, among a dozen other nicknames. No Fun City, Terminal City. A lot more than that. But the rain is guaranteed. It's late night. The morning is fast approaching, and you can see that dark yellow-orange haze glowing across the mountains. In fact, most of Vancouver is a haze this time of morning, the rain squashing it down to just above the buildings, creating an unearthly glow around the city. You both make your way down there. Mr. Dredge in Mr. Cinder's car, along with Mr. Cinder, of course, driving to the base of the Butterfly, and Ms. Void and Miss Maccabee taking alternative transport, reaching there at pretty much exactly the same time. As you arrive, you will recognize, those of you who saw it, Mr. Cinder, Mr. Dredge, the Tailor's car, that old, sleek black sedan. It's parked out front. Perfectly parallel parked inside of a metered spot. The Butterfly Building looms in front of you. It's immense. Leering overhead, this 57-story luxury building. It's made of undulating balconies that seem to flow. It looks like something that will absolutely be used as set decoration for a sci-fi movie in the next couple of years. Any research about it will reveal that there is quite an expansive rooftop garden atop in the shape of a figure eight. Perhaps the shape of something different on its side. It stands above you like a cathedral to consumption and capitalism. And you can see inside of its white silhouette a number of pods. A fitness pod, a swimming pool that you can almost see from the ground floor. It's almost insect-like. It earned its name. The rain thrums down on your windshields as you pull in. What do you do?
Well, that's definitely his car.
I suppose we should go up then, before certain people following certain people arrive.
Yes, let's do that.
Is this like a public building?
It is not.
Okay.
So walking up to the front, it is a full condominium, and it is very late at night right now. It's probably about, I think probably 3 or 4 in the morning by the time you all assembled and got through this. So walking up to the front, it is an immense entranceway that looks almost grand, cathedral-like in front of you. And suitably so, seeing that it is directly next to the Nelson Street Church.
Is there like a guard desk, or is it just like a pass key?
It is a pass key, but given the number of, looking at some of the costs of these rooms, or these condos here, there is absolutely a guard out front. The strata fees must probably be $1,000 a month minimum.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll probably lean over to
There's got to be a concierge.
Ms. Void. Yeah. Ms. Void, can you get us in if I distract that?
I'm sure.
And then I'll probably go try to talk to the guard and distract him.
Okay. Banging on the door, you are going to see a tall man, white skin, very well-trimmed blonde mustache. He's only about 30 years old, definitely kind of has that, like, slightly retro hipster vibe to him, but more clean-cut. Like, if he was allowed to grow out his mullet, he would. Instead, he just rocks a mustache unironically. He's dressed in...
And sorry, is he inside?
He is inside.
Okay, I won't talk to him. Please continue to describe him, but I won't talk to him until we're inside the building, because I'm assuming she can work up a key card to get us in.
Okay.
But yes, please continue him.
Sure. So he's dressed in a blazer, very well built, looks like he works out several times a week minimum. I would say kind of on the medium-large side of things, but very, very lean. You can see that just in the corded muscles of his neck inside of his blazer. So, Miss Void, what are you planning?
Well, I'm just gonna try and hack the keypad first off.
Okay. Now, how are you doing this quickly? Are you just going to try to sneak up in the rain and hide out there while trying to hack the keypad?
Let's see. Ideally, I'd like to just kind of have something that I could, bzz.
Are you going to use your EMP power?
That's what I was thinking. If I can focus it and just kind of localize it a little
Yeah,
bit.
you leave your stuff in the car, walk up to it, and it'll be everything inside of like a couple of meters, which it's a key
Perfect,
card
that's
outside.
what I want.
So, okay.
That's
So
what I
what I want you to do is make me a compromise roll, please. That'll be at a +7 if that's the only power you use. So spend 2 Aether, 1 to activate it, 1 to disactivate it. And
where am I?
so it's
wits
wits and manipulation, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay.
For your
Yep.
for your compromise roll,
Yep.
and +6 for you, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, okay. I need more dice. Hang on.
Yep.
Yeah, I need a lot.
Yep. Wits and manipulation. And what's your cover rating right now?
My cover rating.
Yes.
I am currently at 7.
Okay, so that's +7 dice instead of 6.
Okay. Hang on. I have to find all the d10s. All the d10s. There we go.
Haley's gonna linger back on the street and look
Bigger dice
around
bag.
to see if there's anyone who's obviously watching our activities on the street, and
Make me-
occasionally looking up to see how tall this building actually is.
It's, the result is freaking tall. Roll me a wits and composure roll at a -2 because of the darkness. Unless you're trying to look
Likewise,
in. Likewise.
If it matters, I'm going to try to do kind of the same, but try to hide my face because, god damn it, I'm a wanted criminal right now.
Okay.
And
You are a
I
wanted
actually
criminal.
have night vision too, so
Oh, do you?
yeah.
Okay. Do you want to activate that?
Can I see to the top of the building from here?
You can see the top of it. Yes, it does have lights going all the way up, like most buildings in Vancouver.
Oh. Well, in that case, and are there people around watching us?
There is like the guy at the front desk, basically. So what's going to happen is, as you were doing that, Miss Void is going to walk up to the key card reader, swipe her hand down it, and then all of, what's your primum rating? 2?
Yep.
Okay, so all lights and electricity inside of 6 meters of her, including the lights that are in the lobby within 2 meters, are going to go, and just suddenly the guard behind the desk is going to look up and peer out into the darkness, going,
Did I do that?
so he's paying attention to her.
Okay. I'm gonna be near her because I'm hoping we look like we walk in together.
Mhm.
And I'm going to kind of react to and like drop my phone, which is now dead.
Make me a manipulation and subterfuge roll.
Well, I can do that.
I'm going to teleport
we
to the
say
top
that.
of the building.
All right.
Of course you are.
So spend me that aether, please.
Yep.
And make me your compromise roll, which is doubtlessly huge.
Okay, that started with 3 10s and 3 8s. And that's another 8. So that's 7 successes. Team 7 successes, Kelle.
Team 7.
Well, he
Lucky
got 2
sevens.
successes to detect your bullshit, which is still an exceptional success. You are going to be doing that, and he's going to rush over to the door. And, ma'am, are you okay? Are you okay? Did something shock you? He's going to open the door wide open and like stamp the kickstand down.
Yeah, it just shorted out. You saw what happened?
Yeah, it seemed to hit my phone and it just burned my
Oh,
hand,
no.
I think.
Gosh, I'm so sorry. Which unit are you in? I can or are you visiting or
What's okay for Christa?
We're going up to the roof,
Yeah.
aren't we?
Because
Yeah.
we're trying to go up for the roof. Is there like an event that could be happening, or like someone? Do people rent out the roof?
at 4 a.m. in Vancouver? Maybe.
Yeah.
You never know.
After parties. Heck
But
yeah.
you have 5 successes on manipulation and subterfuge. What are you telling me?
This is a residential building, so
Yes.
is there? She's gonna try to pull a unit number, and she's gonna hope that it's empty.
Oh yeah, sure. Well, I can take your information at the front, and we can see about getting that replaced for you. I'm terribly sorry. I'm sure that the building's insurance will cover it. Are your hands
would be
okay? Do you may I touch you, ma'am?
Yes, of course.
Sorry, I do have EMT. Well, I've got first aid training, so and he'll take your hand.
Out of the rain. I'm gonna point at what I think is 4 people, but it's not. And I'm going to point over and say, "I'm so sorry. We just flew in. I'm just moving here, and these are my friends that are helping me move."
Oh, absolutely. Do you have Oh boy.
Inside, yes.
Yes, of course. I'm very sorry. Come on in. If you're new here, my name's Keith Danvers. I am the night concierge here. Pretty much 7 days a week when it is available to me. Please come in. And let me get you a towel. We do have complimentary towels down here for the pool, so he'll go and
Thank you
hand you
so
some.
much. That's so kind. And sorry, Krista zoned out. You said Keith, right?
I said
Keith Danvers.
Keith. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Keith. That's really kind of you.
And I'm sorry. What did you say your name was, ma'am? He hands you a towel.
Francine Jones.
Francine Mrs. Jones, I have heard that you would be moving in soon. I'm pretty certain. I didn't realize it would be this late. I would have had a welcome package for you.
Our plane was delayed 3 hours. We ended up having to get another plane that was delayed another 3 hours. We're much later than we expected.
Air Canada?
We're so sorry, Keith.
Yes,
Yeah.
of course.
Oh, heavens, don't apologize to me. You're the ones that have had a rough night. I mean, you had to fly Air Canada.
Well, we do what we must, don't we?
We do. Is there anything I can get for you? Anything I can do for you?
Well, I believe there should be a packet left for me with my keys for the building and everything. We had our front door key mailed to us, but apparently it was a little defective.
Yeah, you must. Yeah, you're not kidding. Let me look around and see what I have. Okay, just give me one moment.
I should ask: are the elevators working?
It was only
they're
2
just on
meters. So, yeah.
Are they? Or I was wondering, are they in the blast?
They're
zone?
well inside the guts of the building.
Well
Oh, okay.
inside. Well inside.
Okay.
I'm not walking up 70 flights.
Right?
That.
You said
We
you say did
We
you
can't
say
all
30
teleport.
Did you say unit 30, 32, or did you say 17?
She's going to look back
Ooh.
at her friends, kind of going as if she's trying to remember. I'm so sorry, Keith. I think it was 32.
It sounds familiar.
30 sounds. Remember, 3's my lucky number, so
I was
remember
high
the
up.
30.
I remember that.
You know what? The problem here, it doesn't have the pool access key in it.
Oh,
Could-
we don't need it
Well, that-
tonight. It's
Yeah,
Are you sure?
we're gonna be going to bed, right?
Oh,
yeah.
That's fair. Oh, I'm
Yeah,
terribly sorry.
yeah,
Mm.
Here, and he'll slide it across the table. Miss Jones, Mr. Jones?
Oh no.
Oh,
Gives a
we're
look.
just helping with. We're just helping with
No,
the move.
no, most definitely not.
No,
well,
we're
Miss
just
Jones, if
helping with the
there's-
Don't go
move.
that hard.
Mm.
If there's anything that you need, Miss Jones, just remember Keith's always here for you. I'm here all through the night if you need somebody to talk to or need any help with your move-in.
That's awfully kind of you, Keith.
Looking down, you can see that Keith has a ring of keys on his belt.
Mhm.
I'm glad you went there. Yeah.
We'll lift that lid.
Ring of keys. Yes.
I'm sorry.
Keys.
You were saying it so slowly.
Oh, that
I don't know
that
how I was
great
saying that.
television.
Oh, my God.
Are you are you gonna go for it or are you gonna leave it
That
be?
says-
He has a ring
I
of
think
keys.
that's
Whew.
Miss Void thinks that's a save it for later kind of thing.
Yes, are you the gatekeeper?
I'm the key master. Sorry.
Does so in the packet he gave me,
Mhm.
what is it just just a unit key?
It
Or
is
there,
is it a key
unique
card?
Yeah.
It is a key card.
Okay. And I'm so sorry, Keith. You said there isn't a pool access. Is this just the elevator, the unit? I hear there's a beautiful rooftop garden. I might want to check that out tomorrow morning.
All of the amenities do come with the pool key. It's the amenities key, really. But unfortunately, I don't have that ready for you right now.
Oh well, yeah,
You could
that's
bring it up.
completely all right.
You could bring it up shortly.
Oh, are you? Do you program them or does someone else?
Well, someone else programs them. The manager does, but I know how.
Oh, wow, you do seem a smart one.
Are you
It'd be
looking to
so
get
much
up
more
there in the
convenient.
morning? You said.
Yes.
I'm a big sunrise yoga person. Both of us are.
Mm.
Shut up, Dredge.
I really shouldn't. But are you going to do anything to try to push him?
Okay, I would like to do two things.
Okay.
What does it cost to use an embed again?
An embed? Whatever the embed
is a
says.
skill roll.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Embed is always a skill
Okay,
roll.
just a skill roll.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
which embed are you going to use?
I would like to use my "Don't I Know You,"
Okay.
and that's my manipulation plus subterfuge minus resolve.
Okay, his resolve is 2.
Okie
And don't forget you
dokie,
can spend
minus
willpower
2.
for 3 more dice.
Might hold on to that because as long as I don't dramatically fail this, I'm still working at 0. So, and then I'll just be trying to flirt my way through.
Okay.
That is 1, 2, 3, 4.
Ooh.
4 successes. Is that a success or an exceptional success?
That
Just
is
regular one?
exceptional is 5.
Okay, so that's just 1. So in that case, I get a +3 on my next social action.
Okay, so
In that case, I guess now I have a specialty in subterfuge sweet talk.
okay, that'll work. Give me
Does that work?
yeah, give me presence or manipulation plus subterfuge sweet talk plus 3.
Sweet talk +3. Now, is this? I can't remember. Specialties are different in every game. Is it
Plus
9
1 die.
agains, or is it? It's just an extra die. Okay, perfect.
It's just an extra die.
Okay, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, 11. Let's hope we succeed on this. Okie dokie. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
6 successes.
Yes.
We'll tell you what, you're not the only person that's moving in this week, actually. That's why I wasn't sure which package was left for you. They're not labeled. Well,
Hey,
not
easy
particularly
mistake.
well. But 17 is moving in later this week. So what I can do is I can give you her amenity card for the time being and just bring it down, and I'll have another one made up for you, waiting for you in the morning, and just swap them out before you leave.
You are an absolute doll.
Absolutely. I mean, I hope you have a great time.
I absolutely will. Bloop.
And
Do one of those
card.
like real like when takes it like just lightly touch his hand as takes thing and just kind of.
You can see his mustache bristle a little, like Monterey Jack from Rescue Rangers.
Yes.
Jeez.
And then it will sway her way along and kind of nudge at these guys.
All right, you'll make your way toward the elevator, and then we're going to jump back in time a couple of minutes. Mike, Mr. Cinder, teleports, bending time and space around him and appearing on the rooftop garden. I was wondering.
Just
when
a
you'd
jump
get
to the
here.
left.
Just jump to the left? I was wondering when you'd get here. You hear a voice say from one of the benches. The tailor sits.
Waiting in the rain. How romantic.
There's an umbrella. He has an umbrella up. I wanted to see the sunrise one more time on this putrid city. I'm glad that you were able to escape that, whatever my security cameras caught. Amazing
you saw
things.
It too.
Yes. What is your plan here, Mr. Cinder?
I'm hoping to see another sunrise too. And after an evening of rain, you might as well wash away a lot of the garbage. Who knows? It might actually be a full sunrise, and it'll be another beautiful day in the neighborhood.
Not this neighborhood.
Hmm.
However, you are welcome to come with me. Don't resist. And take a trip with me. Just on the other side of that path, he gestures over to the west corner. lies a bit of reality that the God Machine thinks we don't know about. A splinter into another timeline. A bit different. Mostly the same. Come with me.
Sorry, I feel a little underdressed for the occasion if you're asking me to follow you into a whole other reality. But
When did you fall?
I'm intrigued by what you're saying. Got room under that umbrella?
Yes, come sit with me. There's no reason that we can't be civilized. He scoots over on the bench.
This is why I appreciated you. Not only are you a craftsman with hand, but you're also one with mouth. And Haley will nuzzle closer.
So you take a seat on the bench, and he'll hold the umbrella out so that part of his sleeve gets wet, and you are covered. When did you fall, Mr. Cinder?
Every day when I wake up.
More than a few years ago.
I'd like to say I lost count, but I relay the exact date, probably about 7 years ago.
There will be a place waiting for you in that timeline. All of the events of your fall happened there. It would be a simple matter to extricate the other you. Should you exist, or at the very least to step into that life using the covers that you have now. An easy little snip and stitch. Nothing would have to change for you.
Honestly, at that time, I only had, well, Grover to deal with.
Not this Haley.
No.
Who else is coming here tonight? Is your reign?
Oh. Everyone that knows about you.
The angels?
Most assuredly. I just happen to be quicker than the rest of them.
Yes, you do have a habit of getting places a bit before everyone else.
I don't really see a lot of barriers between me and what I want.
Now, what is it that you want, Mr. Cinder?
The same thing that I wanted when I fell. To be free of the control.
Yes. Yes, I can relate. I did not fall. I merely had my fate dictated by a flip of the coin. I was supposed to provide an outfit that would lead to a chance encounter that would lead to an insemination, which in itself would bring about great change. And then he caught the sniffles. A respiratory ailment you may be familiar with swept across. He died in ICU, unable to attend his event. I remained waiting. However, just beyond that threshold is a world where this little sniffle that befell this one never happened. The pandemic never reached that Vancouver, that Earth.
Upon hearing him boasting that he is neither angel nor devil, Does he count as an Unchained?
He is an exile. He is outside of the system. He is
Interesting.
basically he's more or less an angel, but he's an angel that's off the grid. So think about like a Cold War agent that stopped receiving messages from base. They technically are still undercover, they technically still work, but they haven't received messages in years, so they're stuck undercover, not able to leave, not able to stay.
Well, in that case, I'm going to have to use an embed that works on pretty much anything,
Ooh.
unless another Unchained. It literally says this embed does not work against another Unchained, but it works on anything else otherwise capable of lying.
Ooh.
It's called You Can Tell Me.
Are exiles capable of lying? That is a great question.
Yeah.
Because demons are perfect liars. I'm gonna... Okay. Pause there one sec.
Okay, I'm going to read you the exact rule because it might say what it does just by its description. By nature of their quantum existence, demons cannot lie, or rather they cannot be perceived as lying as they determine the truth of their statements. This embed reverses the principle and applies it to others. With You Can Tell Me, nobody can lie to the demon. They can attempt to, but what comes out in its speech or in its text is in truth the whole truth and nothing but the truth. The demon simply believes the subject is being honest, and the subject complies.
Okay, so basically you force him to tell the truth.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds good.
Assuming I make this roll.
All right, so go ahead and make that roll. Let's see what we can do. What is it penalized by?
It is affected by, I believe it's his... Oh, come on, open. Just had it there. His composure.
Okay, so composure, that means it is against his resistance. It is it contested or subtracted?
Subtracted.
Okay, -9, please.
Well, I am now using a chance dice, but I'm going to burn a willpower, so...
Yeah, they use angel stats.
Yeah. Well, I got a 9, so I got 1.
One success. That's all that matters. Okay.
So success. Subject must speak the truth for the remainder of the scene. It can be activated reflexively as the subject speaks. The subject halts his speech mid-sentence if necessary and begins speaking the truth as well as he understands it.
All right. Sounds good.
So yeah, shortly after saying he's neither an angel or a demon and queuing in on that, it's like, really, tell me more.
I'm an exile. I'm stuck between worlds. I cannot return to the God Machine. And yet I cannot fall. I'm stuck in routine. And so, I seek a place where my mission could be fulfilled, and I could return home. Don't worry, I don't care one tiny bit what happens to you once I return. I just want my purpose restored.
So we go there together and I just vanish.
You can do whatever you wish. That's not it, of course. It will be a final decision. That world was supposed to be erased by the Apocalypse Orb, as I'm sure you've already discovered. So, I will force the God Machine's hand, destroy its other copy, so that it has to choose that as the dominant timeline.
Devious.
It's simple. If the God Machine must retain its purpose, it should move all of its assets into the Splinter timeline, making it the correct primary timeline. I will save an entire world from nuclear devastation. And a pandemic.
You haven't considered that the God Machine might have other timelines up its sleeve?
Perhaps. but I will be comfy and cozy in the new one, which I assure you will fit like a glove. Think about how many millions of additional people will be spared. Without the pandemic ravaging the world, what do you have to put up with? Another idiot orange presidency for the States? A bit of an uprising out of the People's Party in Alberta taking Parliament. Some issues with the UK and that buffoon with the wild hair, but what's a little hate? The humans are so good at that anyway.
I don't tend to follow larger politics. I'm more
That's probably for the
interested in
best.
local events. Incredibly local events. Haley will put her hand on his leg. So we just wait until the sun comes up then.
If your friends are here, perhaps we should hasten our plans.
It's probably for the best. I know they intend on, well, taking what you have.
Well, I hope you will assist me in preventing them.
I have to admit, your offer is very tempting.
Out of fairness, I'll make it to them as well, but if they don't offer free and compliant support, I can't be held accountable for my actions. And that is, I think, enough time that you are going to hear a door open. Stepping on to the roof, you're going to see that there is a stone bench just over by the western corner of the building, where Mr. Cinder is sitting next to the Tailor.
Maccabee will let the other two walk out first.
Okay.
Typical.
Pushes you.
Let it never be said that I'm not.
Shoot them!
right.
Shoot them!
And the Tailor will hand you the umbrella.
Oh, always a gentleman.
And he will stand up and kind of brush his hands down his overcoat and flip the collar up against the rain. Good evening! Good morning, I should say.
Yeah, morning.
I'm going to make you the same arrangement that I offered to Mr. Cinder. Join me in the Splinter Timeline. You'll find it a much more hospitable place. No COVID. No nuclear annihilation. And lives right for the taking. None of your current woes. A fresh start.
How can you promise no nuclear annihilation? It's been a threat
Because-
for over 50 years.
No nuclear annihilation on a timeline that I can control.
And you
I
control
plan
that
to leave that right here. He stands up, holding an attaché in his right hand. One of the two worlds is going to die. We might as well be in the comfortable one.
I have a few things I care about here.
And they'll exist over there, dear boy.
But will they? Because they may look the same, they may feel the same, but is the spirit there?
Mr. Cinder, please? I believe that's one nay.
Are you going to pull a Maccabee on us?
Excuse me.
Wow.
It's true.
Mine are much better, thank you. And I don't need accomplices. And mine weren't ordered.
Cinder's gonna stand up and go walk over holding the umbrella, probably switching hands. And then the other hand, probably run it down his arm towards where the case is, and then loop one finger around the handle on the case as if kind of almost holding his hand in the concept of, like, yeah, here's the apocalypse.
Okay.
Yeah, that did sound like a no, didn't it?
Do something about it, please.
Don't we all get a chance to speak before we make decisions?
The sun is coming up. Are you in or are you out? A new world, new chances, a fresh record, Ms. Void. A fresh orchard for you to slither in, Ms. Maccabee. Think of how many forbidden fruits there are in a world with that many more idiots in it.
The same idiots, if he's to be
Actually,
believed.
several million more.
Tempting indeed.
Very.
What happens to this world?
Boom. The same thing that would happen to the other world, had I not acquired the orb.
Are there more of these orbs?
There's likely a vault somewhere, full of different endings. I believe that the pandemic that we experienced here was caused by one of them. Perhaps
Wasn't a very
prevented
good
by...
apocalypse, was it?
Yes, it did seem to be a bit lackluster.
I'm in. If I get to pull the pin.
You would.
You haven't proved
How
yourself
many-
quite trustworthy enough for that.
How many more of these timelines are there?
Who knows? But if we destroy this one, it is my belief that the next that we step into will become the dominant timeline. Like save files on a PC. The God Machine will move to the most recent version and continue onward, even though they're a bit different than the previous.
Now, if this world has already survived one apocalypse, how are we sure won't just survive another?
Yes, it's a bit like a cockroach that way.
I have my faith.
I lost mine a while ago.
You can understand faith is not terribly efficient currency for us.
Because it will work. Because this was an apocalypse large enough to be planned to destroy an entire world across. Not a little one meant to be stopped by perhaps a ring, perhaps some mortal mages, whatever stopped this idiotic pandemic.
I
A
believe that was
true
humans.
apocalypse. Was it?
It seems that old
you.
human spirit of compassion, whatever the trait they decided to glomp onto.
I don't believe so, but Perhaps they will surprise. However, given that the pandemic is not nearly as virulent as a contingent of nuclear warheads traded between Russia and the United States, I do believe this will be total nuclear devastation. A resetting of the timeline entirely. A deletion of this timeline, I should say.
Come on, we can't let this psycho get away with this.
If you're in, kill Mr. Dredge. And I'll let you pull the pin.
That's Christa.
Yeah.
Maccabee won't laugh like that. Christa would.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Krista.
Christa would laugh. What? Very well.
So he's got that attaché in his case in his hand, right?
Yep.
I mean, it is a do-over.
Mr. Cinder's got one finger through the handle too.
Yep.
I would like to activate one of my forms.
Okay, I think that we're in initiative rounds then. So,
Yikes.
Okay, I'm trying to do it kind of not subtly.
which one of your initiative forms are you activating?
My essence drain, so it doesn't.
Okay,
show
that's
as
pretty
anything.
stealthy. That's pretty stealthy.
Okay.
Okay.
I was gonna do something if I saw anyone actually start moving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So, why don't
maybe
we...
you should just do initiative anyways to see who
Yeah.
pulls what off.
You're
Let's go
welcome to.
ahead.
Okay, can I try to, I know I can't speak telepathically, but I would like to send a vibe to not Dredge.
Cinder?
That's the one. Thank you.
That guy.
My
That other guy over there.
You get a busy signal. Beep, beep.
Exactly.
Because he's got a landline.
Exactly. Yeah, I just kind of want to like make an eye of some form at you.
Why is that one eye going around by itself?
Why is it doing this? Basically, because, or did he say kill Dredge or kill
Dredge.
Dredge.
Because Dredge just called him a maniac and said we have to stop him, so he's pretty
Right.
sure that he's not
Yeah,
on board.
no.
And how far away are we?
I'd say you're probably about 30 feet away. You're one turn away.
Okay.
So you're a full move away.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
What is defend Dex composure? Okay. I have a move, but we'll see how it goes.
I have a move as well.
Oh god, everyone's got moves. This is gonna be bad.
It's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I love it. All right, everybody, roll
How
initiative,
many
please.
people can be in a Mexican standoff? Because I think
all
we're
right,
up to like
so
5 right now.
tens explode. Don't forget.
I wrote this down. Where did it go?
It's
Trying to
a
save you,
D10
Dredge.
plus Dex and Composure.
Thank you.
What was that?
It's a
Trying to
D10
save
plus
you.
your Dex and Composure.
I don't know that.
I know you don't. I'm trying to figure out how to tell you. I was gonna try
Yeah.
to tell Cinder, but then I realized you told me to kill Dredge, not Cinder.
Oh yeah, that's all.
I'll get there. I'll figure
Okay,
it out.
so starting down the initiative. Okay. Then, so it's just one dice, Kel? It's one die?
Oh yeah. Sorry. Brain dead. Yeah, 8, 10.
10. Okay, so I've
Thank
got Dredge. What is your initiative mod, Kel?
Oh, initiative mod.
Oh, pardon me. What is your initiative mod? Maccabee and Cinder, not Void.
Oh.
You're fine.
Okay.
Plus 3.
Okay.
5.
Plus 3? Okay, so Maccabee and Cinder. Okay, so top of the initiative. I'm going to hold my action because I have a 26. Dredge, what?
Shit. I am going to try the word.
Okay.
And I'm going
heard-
to look. I'm
I
going to
heard
focus
the
on
bird
it.
is the word.
The bird is the word. The word is
There you go.
give, and I'm going to try to get him to give me the case by tossing me the case.
Okay.
So
Sounds-
this is presence plus intimidation plus premium minus resolve. I'm freaking doomed here.
-9,
but
please.
it's the next guy. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't even know what my stats are for this. I gotta
Painful.
actually look them over, but they're not 9, so I'm down to a chance die. Oh, I guess I have to compute negative, don't I? Oh, crap. Presence 3, intimidation.
Okay, so I will take my action immediately upon the completion of yours, because I had a held action.
All right, so with a willpower, this will put me up to 1 die. I think it's not a chance die though.
Not a chance die.
Yeah, because I'm at negative. Wait, no, I'm at -3 plus 3. So I guess it's still chance. Pardon me.
So I wouldn't spend the willpower.
Oh, okay. Okay. In which case,
Chance dice.
Nat one.
Is it a nat
one.
1? Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay,
On a
hold on.
Tails dice as well.
Oh, man.
Dang it!
Oh man. Okay, so
The
what's
bird literally is the word.
the bird? The word gave you the bird. Okay, so this is an
dramatic
exploit, right? So
failure.
what is the dramatic failure?
Okay, the target doesn't parse the command as anything other than a word spoken aloud. The God Machine, however, hears the command. I gain the hunted condition.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh my.
And was this an exploit?
No, this is the subtle version. Oh wait, no, it is an exploit. No, it is an exploit. Pardon me, it is totally an
So
exploit.
okay, so it's an
Oh, I lose
exploit.
anything?
I need you to make me a cover roll, or a manipulation and wits, please.
Actually, you know that might not be so bad because if I bring an angel down here, fuck y'all.
Jeez.
Oh god.
All right, and sorry, what was the
Ay,
roll
ay,
again?
A manipulation and wits, please.
Nah. Okay, so 6 dice. Okay.
I don't think I have anything useful here.
I have 2.
Okay, so one moment. I'm just looking up the hunted condition to see how
God.
soon you are in trouble. 119. Okay. Okay, so hunted. Your actions have alerted the God Machine. The Storyteller chooses 1 greater rank angel, or 3 to 5 lesser angels, or 10 to 15 cultists. The antagonists know where you were when you compromised your cover and have a general... Okay, the sole motivation is to hunt you down by any means necessary and destroy you. Oh boy.
Oh. What did you do?
okay.
What did you say?
however-
Good thing I have a spare cover.
Would you like a glitch or a condition with that success?
Oh, whichever one you think would be more fun.
I'm gonna give you the shaken condition.
Okay.
Okay. So, woof. Okay, so that is going to be your action there. As you say that, you say, give! And the tailor is going to let out a dry British laugh. No. And is going to go loud and assume his angelic form.
Whoa.
So there is going to be an explosion of energy, and you are going to be looking at a creature that is, oh god, how to describe this? An immense being with armored skin, scissors for his right or for his left hand, an immense pair of cutting shears, huge size with a barbed tail, his other arm like wrapped around a series of sewing rivets. His muscles are basically pistons like you would see on a singer. Like sewing machine singer, for those who don't know. Glowing eyes, electricity arcing over his skin. A cavernous maw full of sewing needles. As well as a low hum of electricity that like kind of flows over his partially translucent skin, extra limbs sticking out from beneath the coat, like little tiny spindly limbs with 2 fingers and a thumb, kind of almost like vestigial Tyrannosaurus arms. And a nope, that's a condition that happens later. And a bunch of scars just littering like he's been sewed and stitched together. So he's going to assume that form. Assuming your demonic form in full, I believe, is a reflexive action, is it not?
I thought it was.
A full transformation is so going loud. Isn't able to reassume her human form at will. So full transformation. He's technically not going loud. He's just assuming his full form. With very little effort is a reflexive action, and he is going to use an exploit against you. He is going to reach out with his scissor arms and is going to snip the air in front of you. Well, technically beneath you. I would like you to do me a favor and make me a dexterity and athletics roll.
I would also turn blade if I could.
Is he still holding onto the case?
It is in his arms around, or in his hand around the rivet gun. Yeah.
Okay.
The rivet gun's kind of like attached to his arm, kind of like a scope in one of those like 80s TV shows. Does I don't think turn blade technically works in this case. He's not slashing you.
It's something that my guy would probably try doing. So I'll spend my.
Okay, can you do that as a reflexive?
Yeah, it's a reflexive action. Okay. A weapon is a tool. Demons make use of it for instrument. Let's see here. The demon blunts a blade, softens a cudgel, or slows a bullet. So it's the best thing to heat.
So it's a defense, okay.
Yeah, it's a defensive thing.
Okay, sounds good. So go ahead. So spend the points for that. He's not actually attacking you with it. Instead, he is, there it is. He is going to activate that. So he has a strength of cough in this state. So +2 to all strength rolls. Okay, so that is what? Oh wait, that is technically not a strength roll. So he has 7 dice for that. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Boom. Plus his occult, which is surprisingly low. Plus primum. Well, he technically doesn't have primum, but this does work here. Oh boy! He's good at one thing, and it's cutting reality.
Oh god. Okay.
Okay, that was a success, but I knocked it over, and I'll allow that to happen for you. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 10s, 3 10s, which turned into nothing. So that is only 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 8 successes on this.
Okay.
Okay. 3 successes required to do this. So, okay, one sec. I just need to check a chart on 313 to decide where this is going. Can you make me a dex and athletics roll at yeah, dex and athletics roll, please.
I got 2.
Okay, must accept a... But that's not where the thing is. The book's doing the thing to me again, guys. Okay.
What are you looking for?
It's saying that I get a bunch of options on a page that it does not do, so I'm just going to improvise this because the book is failing me, folks.
Cool.
So he's going to reach out with his left hand and go snip, snip, and the ground beneath you is going to suddenly peel away like a cut piece of paper. And looking down, you are going to jump out of the way, just clearing instead of falling down into, you know, I'm just going to roll a d10 for this.
Sure.
Okay, there's going to be a snip, and it is going to peel away, revealing a maw beneath you of kind of winding thorns and green vines. As you dive out of the way, as he cuts a hole in reality to a realm of hedge growth.
Oh my! You would send me to Arcadia. Jeez.
No, just the hedge. Just the hedge. He can't send you to
okay.
Arcadia. They don't have quite as much power. All right, so that was his held action and his action. So, Ms. Void, you're up. What would you like to do?
I don't have a lot to do, so I'm gonna. He's going loud. I'll go loud. Activate EMP field and attack him with an EMP.
Okay. Are you, no, I need to know real quick. Are you going loud, capital G, capital L, and destroying Ivy Watson?
Yeah, because, you know, she's already burned. She's already got a record.
Okay, so then we are going to jump into what going loud actually means, Ivy Watson. It is not just an EMP field. So
Yep.
If you are actually going loud to stop him, here is what is going to happen. Ivy Watson ceases to be.
Yep.
She dead.
She's gone. Gone.
She's not even dead. She's just out of the picture. So going loud is what is happening right now. For those who are unaware, that means that Ivy has completely been burned out of existence, and I am just going to read this out to you. So, Kelle, it is on page 195, I believe.
Okay.
There we go.
195, yeah.
195. All right, you completely destroy your cover in need to transform into your demonic form. This form change is different from a normal change in that it lasts for the scene and the demon is unable to resume your human form at will. Unless you have another cover, you are stuck in your demonic form. Going loud allows you to completely heal any lethal or bashing that you do, as well as heal any tilts. In addition, your current cover is lost. You replenish all ether. Here is the other thing. Your primum is now 10. For all purposes of use, you gain access to every embed that your incarnation has, along with all exploits.
Cool.
You have every exploit in the book.
Good, because I only have one and it sucks.
Yeah, so EMP is not what you have to worry about these days.
No.
Look through the book. You have access to Hellfire. You have access to literally everything. It is the ultimate compromise, and you automatically are burned. So with that, it is that a reflexive? Going loud. Yeah, it's the same as it's reflexive, so you have access to every exploit in the book. What would you like to use?
Well, let's start with EMP.
So
he's
I mean,
No, he might be resistant to it.
oh, true. Hang on, I'm trying to get to all the exploits.
totally.
Yeah, you might need a minute.
I might need
So-
a minute. Can I hold
so-
my action while I transform?
No.
No. Okay. Here we are.
So, I'll quickly give you an example. You can animate the dead. You can call upon your memories to travel to another piece of infrastructure anywhere in the world. You can destroy things to heal. You can heal yourself. You can pull anything you can lift out of your pocket. You can give angels, non-humans, and even inanimate objects covers, which is weird. You can disintegrate solid objects that are
that
not
sounds like fun.
living. That are not living,
Yeah.
so technically not.
Yeah. Okay. How about what he's? is he
Does that
standing on
count as
something?
the apocalypse orb? Can you just destroy
Yeah.
that?
Yeah.
It does function on non-magical or enchanted items, but the player
Yay.
subtracts the item rating from the dice pool with a single touch. So you actually have to touch it. So that might not work the best for this round.
No,
Uh,
but I could start with whatever he's standing on.
This is true. There's also Hellfire, which is you just blast him with Hellfire and do a ton of
That's kinda
aggravated
cool.
damage. You can hurl Flame at a touch. And you know that Mr. Cinder is not vulnerable to Flame. You can inflict Stigmata. The Stigmata's on humans. You can become a living shadow. You can... Possession probably won't work on him. You can cause it to rain blood. I don't know, that's kind of cool.
Maybe later.
You could do the most dickish move of all and use reality enforcement and make it so that everyone inside of an area equal to 40 yards. God Machine related angels, demons, and stigmatics feels their power and awareness drain away. Angels crash to the ground. Demons are unable to spend Aether or use embeds, but they can't assume their demonic form. Other supernaturals are not affected. So you could basically stop all powers besides demonic forms from working.
That sounds good. I like that one.
Is that what you want to use?
That sounds excellent. Yes.
There is. I
Okay.
will just say there is also a knockout. So you don't do damage, you just knock them unconscious.
Oh yeah, that one's fun.
I don't know what your dex brawl is though.
So-
Here, I'm related to the exploits. Yeah, let's try the knockout.
You want to try it? So knockout's
Yeah.
not an exploit, so I
No?
don't know if you would
Oh.
have access to it.
Oh,
I
isn't
might
it?
not.
Sorry. I thought it was.
so
I thought I was in
no,
the
it's-
exploit
it's not.
section.
No, it's under embeds, and she only gets access to
Oh,
all of the
yeah,
embeds that an analyst would have.
Right. Okay, then the reality one. Yes.
Okay,
Reinforcing
so
of
what
reality.
you're gonna
Let's do
roll
that.
for this is
why
that is
not?
going to be. Oh, there's also solitary confinement where you can throw somebody into an oubliette, but you probably can find a way out of that. The
Yeah.
reality enforcement is a bit dumber and greater. So reality
I like it.
enforcement, the way that it works is you are going to roll presence plus academics plus your primum, which is now 10.
Okay, so I need 14 dice.
And
Oh,
you can
look
spend a
at that.
willpower to roll 3 more.
Okay. I gotta find more dice. Dice one,
How many do you need?
2. I got them all here.
He's just going to run them down the hall to you.
No, I
Yeah,
got 'em.
Thanks for
I got a whole bunch here.
audience. Thanks for your
Okay.
patience, because this is where the game
Thanks.
gets ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mm.
I don't know if I have enough room to roll them all.
Okay, 8s, 9s, 10s. What do you got? 0
1,
successes.
2, 3, 4,
Oh,
5 successes.
okay.
All
That's an
9.
accept.
All 9s.
Okay, so here is what happens. Everyone in the immediate area equal to 40 yards, which I said you were 30 feet away from him, and this is 40 yards,
Yeah.
so 40 meters.
Yeah.
We're just going to assume that we're going to assume a yard and a meter are the same things for purpose of this, just for ease.
For narrative
Um,
purposes, sure.
For narrative purposes, everything connected to the God Machine feels their power and awareness drain away. That means that the hole under Mr. Dredge's feet is going to suddenly slam shut again as the hedge is sealed off. That means that Mr. the Tailor no longer has to speak the truth, because that is going to be seized off. All noumena are unable to be used. Demons are unable to spend Aether or use embeds, but you can assume your demonic form. As well, your influence of reality extends deeper than you know. While other supernatural powers not connected to the God Machine still function, they are now at a -10 dice pool because of your primum rating. So if a vampire was on the roof, their dominate would probably be a chance dice. Okay, so that is going to just happen. You're going to assume your demonic form. Kelle, what does your demonic form look like again? Please describe it
my-
based off what you have.
my demonic form, she becomes her skin turns metallic. Her eyes become a combination of you can hear static, and it's all circuitry, glowing copper circuitry in her eyes, and her body is super conductive, metallic, and she just hums with some type of electrical energy off of her.
Okay. Beautiful. So that is what you're going to turn to. So that is going to be your turn doing that, because that is an instant action to do that. So Void, it is your turn. Maccabee, you are up. You will all see basically reality goes as this field. You'll all realize that you're cut off from the God Machine. So you'll know that. You'll just automatically feel the powers no longer work. And Maccabee, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
So if powers no longer work, we can't activate any of our forms?
You cannot activate, you can activate your demonic form, and that is it.
Okay, cool.
So
in that case, I'm gonna do that.
okay, so if you're going,
I'm going to activate two of my things. Yeah.
Okay, because you can activate them all at once if you want.
I know.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not gonna. This is not a fight for me. I have two aggravated damage going into this.
That's fair. All right, so activating.
Yeah, what do I roll again? Cover.
So you are going to roll your. You're going to do a compromise roll, which is you're going to spend a point of essence, or pardon me, you're going to spend a point of ether per form
Okay.
Per form that you wish to activate. And then you are going to make me a compromise roll at. So it's wits and manipulation plus the number of things you didn't turn on.
Okay, wits, manipulation, and I didn't turn on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right.
And that is a 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, 4 successes. I'm going to give you a glitch if you wouldn't mind.
Sure.
I'm going to say that you're going to have a temporary glitch right now where your skin is going to look like rubber.
Interesting.
Like you're going to look like you are made of like, you're going to look like you're made of rubber, and yeah, that's going to be it. Basically, it's going to have that like kind of action figure look, like the old the T600s.
Oh, there you go. Okay, I'm activating my armored plates and my wings. Okay. And she's gonna fly back and hide behind a section of the building and see what happens.
All right, that's great. All right, Mr. Cinder, it is your turn.
Oh boy. Okay, so I can still activate demonic forms at this
You can do demonic form, but no powers. And you can't spend Aether in any other way.
And is that just like period, or is that just while we're up on the rooftop?
That is when you're within, as far as you can tell, on the rooftop.
40 yards. Okay, well then I'm going to activate my Unyielding Vice ability, which basically activates the pneumatic pumps in my Terminator arm, and I'm going to wrench the briefcase away from the Tailor.
Okay, so does this become a contested strength roll?
It becomes a grapple roll.
Okay, so go ahead and make me a strength and brawl roll, plus your mnemonic vice. And I will roll his strength against that.
2, 3.
And I got...
Unyielding Vice gives me +5 dice.
Cool. I got 1 success on 10 dice.
1,
So,
2, 3, 4.
Is it 10 dice? Oh, sorry. I rolled one too many. I rolled too many dice. So I got 1 success.
I'm at 5.
Okay. So you're gonna rip the briefcase right out of his hand.
And I am going to immediately run to the edge of the building and jump off it.
Okay. I'm gonna let you make a reflexive wits and composure roll as you're about to jump. Because you've handled this briefcase before.
Oh, come on. Sorry, I keep closing my character sheet.
Totally.
What's and composure?
Yes, please.
1.
1 success. You scurry away from him, and as you are raising the briefcase, it feels light.
In which case, I am going to continue with my plan.
Okay, you're going to jump off the roof?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. So you're going to leap off the roof, and yep. That's going to be your turn. Top of the initiative, the Tailor is going to reach into his pocket, the pocket of his jacket, and is going to pull out the apocalypse orb that he put in his front pocket of his right pocket of his jacket. It's in my notes. I'm not cheaping you. But he knew he left it out as a decoy for you to see if you would try to do anything dumb. It just didn't come up in conversation. Okay, and he's going to reach into his pocket, pull that up. This is absolutely idiotic. We could have done something magnificent.
I am
suppose
doing something magnificent. This looks pretty damn cool.
I suppose we will anyway. And he is going to throw it at the ground. He's
And I presume there's nothing any of us can do to try to intercept it.
It is going to hurl toward the ground. Does anybody have any powers that give them super speed when they are in their demonic form?
I get a +10 to speed. Oh, go ahead, Kelle.
Since I now have access to all the exploits, I can do the 4 minutes ago.
You can on your turn, yes.
Okay. We'll see. We'll see if it's fast enough.
Okay, so Mr. Dredge, you're next in initiative queue. What would you like to do?
Okay, so is it still hurtling towards the ground, or is it?
It is. He's basically throwing it at the ground. Do you have anything in your demonic form that you could access?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't have speed, but I do have reach, because I've got those metal arms, right? So I can actually snap it out of the air. So I will burn. I'll go loud and burn.
Okay.
Yeah, because I need. If this is going to be like this, I need everything. And
okay, welcome to Primum 10.
Right. Oh my God. I have. Woo. So yeah, I'm going to transform into my form.
Okay.
Do you want a description of that one?
Yes, I would.
All right. So Dredge is going to just basically liquefy in the moment that he does this, as Simon Berg is just going to burn into tatters, leaving this what looks to be like a ceramic metallic pot encrusted with runes, and shot through with an almost organic arrangement of pores. You know, that kind of almost like one of those what was it, like lotus pods or whatever it was. So it's creepy as hell to look at.
Yeah.
Nice.
And he bubbles with oily liquid metal that pours out, that kind of forms a head and armor plates and multiple limbs. One of which is going to hiss and snap with steam as it kind of uses the pressure to just kind of blast a tendril of stuff out, and I'm going to try to snatch it.
let's do a contested roll.
Cool.
It all comes down to this.
I'm gonna throw every arm I have at this. So, yeah, what is the roll for this?
So why don't we go ahead and make me a Dex and Athletics roll to try to catch a ball,
Sure.
and I'll make a Dex and Athletics roll to try to spike a ball.
Right, and I get some sort of bonus here for using all my
Good
weapons
chance.
together. So I'm strength 5 right now. Okay. So,
Well, this is Dex,
oh, Dex. Okay, damn. Okay, so that's not gonna help me at all. Okay,
but you
so
still
I
you
am
have the
gonna-
capacity to try.
Yeah, I've got 4 then. I will
Okay.
spend a willpower because it's the end of the fucking world.
Okay, I will spend a willpower too because it's the end of the
Yep.
fucking world.
Yep. Oh, it's all fair.
Oh boy. Don't say the number yet for dramatic purposes. Oh boy.
Okay.
This is like
I
the
did
second
okay.
time that's come down to a roll whether the universe ends.
It's pretty cool, right?
No, I'm gonna see my
I mean,
therapist
life
next week.
imitating art.
Okay, how many successes do you have, Mr. Dredge?
4.
9. And
tried.
he's going to slam it into the ground, and it is going to and we're going to pause real quick. Sorry. Yes.
Is Kelle's ability affecting this?
So that's why I'm saying we're gonna pause.
Be so good.
So the demon can warp
can
time
pull it
in a
off.
limited way, removing himself from the scene 4 minutes before the moment he activates this exploit. The time change does not remove all of the effects of his presence at the scene. This would be too much of a risk of paradox. And the mystical subroutines of the universe that allowed this exploit to function reflexively prevent this from happening. Instead, the events of the scene come to the same results without the character present, at least without the his presence from 4 minutes before you use this exploit. The character appears 4 minutes travel from his location in the scene. The player decides how the character traveled and in which direction. The exploit is primarily useful as an escape method, but can be used not only... but
Oh, so it doesn't actually change
some
anything.
of the personal consequence of the demon's own actions.
Well, okay, but what about the thing she put off that all the reality stuff, like
Yeah.
abilities aren't working? Is that
So that
affecting
would
it?
have been undone. Everything that happened at the scene. So you left. Everything that happened still occurred. There was still a fight going on. The characters killed somebody.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. All consequences to other characters occur as if they did with you present. But the causes of those certain consequences might change. You guys just decided to make those choices. Consequences personally, however, vanish. Any damage that you took during those 4 minutes is gone. Any willpower or aether you spent is returned, and any conditions you gained vanish. This also works at the character's detriment, though. Any beats you gained go away.
You
So
rewired
that is
yourself out of the timeline to 4 minutes ago.
Yep.
The timeline still happens, but
Yep.
you basically
Mhm.
aren't there.
But I come back 4 minutes before that point when the Tailor has the orb in his pocket.
but you are 4 minutes away from here.
Oh,
Yeah, you can't
damn it.
change it. You're still.
Oh,
down.
I see.
Yeah.
4 minutes. Oh, okay.
Well, see, and I was wondering the thing she
Yeah.
activated last round. Does
Yeah.
that
Five powers.
ability affect the orb breaking?
She would have to stop. It does not affect the orb from going off. No.
No,
That was my
I
question.
did. I
Would it
didn't
affect
think
the
so.
runoff? Look, that is a great question,
Oh.
actually. One that I had not exactly considered. So,
Yeah, it's affecting everything else other than our demon powers.
The godly powers you get when you get to some of these games.
It's
Oh,
crazy.
It's a little ridiculous.
Okay,
Oh,
four,
man.
4 minutes
like
ago
mage
is
again.
not what I want.
Yeah.
Well,
Any
hmm.
expenditure of ether or essence. I'm going to say that this is above that because this is basically
Okay.
just it's a bottled apocalypse.
Yeah.
So I'll say that is beyond the scope of that power. That
yeah.
said, is there anything that you could use to undo that? That is a
Well-
great question.
Okay, then how about frozen in time?
So frozen in time.
Yeah. Can I freeze the Tailor?
You can freeze. I mean, you can, but it's already broken.
Oh, okay.
There is
He acted-
okay. There is one power but it would require you to kill the Tailor and then echoing death.
Uh-huh.
But I don't think that's going to work because you'd have to one-shot the Tailor.
Well, I mean, that's...
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Not mistransform.
Hold
Yeah.
on. The demon strikes the target dead, and the death undoes the last action. So yeah, you'd have to do an amount of lethal damage enough to kill him in one hit.
Yeah.
Your roll for this is strength plus brawl plus primum.
Well, I mean, I have 10 primum right now.
You do. What's your strength and brawl?
They're
dang.
not great. My brawl is 1, my strength is 2. So that would be, 13 altogether.
Man, I should have done that. That would have been great.
Maybe.
Yeah. So I mean, you could just kill him and then use this as the last hit,
Yeah.
because he can be damaged when you use this.
Yes.
Yep. So Hellfire does aggravated damage.
I was looking at
You'd
that
have-
too.
You'd have to drop your previous power.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you want to, so that it hits the ground, and that means that the apocalypse is currently beginning.
Yes.
Mind you, nuclear apocalypse
just
does
a
take
little
about
bit
20
of
minutes. You
It
guys
does.
start
So
hearing
there's a little
99
bit of
love
time.
balloons in your head. And
Yeah.
you and I in a little toy shop. Miss Void, would you like to blast this shithead?
Sure. Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
No,
Okay, so give me, if you're going to use Hellfire, that's presence plus firearms.
Ooh, do I have firearms? Oh, I got a dot in firearms. Okay.
Plus
so
primum.
yeah, so 1, 2. So that's 13. Just a few. 6, 9.
Oh, pardon me. Do you have a gun?
Oh,
I think you do have a gun.
I thought I did. I thought I picked one up.
Alternatively, you can just use
call.
incendiary and just throw fire at him.
I was thinking incendiary. Yeah, just to throw.
Yeah, let's do that. So,
okay.
to
Incendiary
activate
works.
this, it is strength plus science plus primum.
Okay, so 2.
Okay, so now powers are back on the table.
2, 4. Oh, so now I got 14. So that's 14. That's even better. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10.
Okay, so this is not to damage. This is to activate the power, so you can throw stuff.
Yeah. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes.
Holy shit. Okay, so you are immune to fire
9s and 8s.
that you throw. And your hands become surrounded by blue flame. You can now throw fire at any target. You will do a dex and athletics roll minus defense.
Okay.
The fire blast has a damage rating equal to your primum. If it strikes something flammable, the target catches fire and continues to burn normally. So, this is going to be a really rough one for you. You are going to...
Yeah.
He has a defense of 8.
Okay.
So you are dex plus athletics.
No athletics.
You have no
Shoot.
athletics, okay?
No.
So even with the willpower so you're gonna roll a chance dice on this, unless you have something
Okay.
that helps you aim.
Not really. No. No, not really. Not really.
Okay.
Nope. Unless larceny helps, but I don't think so. Okay. So are we going low versus high?
What's chance dice is a 10 is a success, a 1
Yeah.
is a fail.
Okay. And if I'm using a 10, how do I count this? How do I
You
do
roll
this?
1d10
Okay.
and tell me what you get on the dice.
I got
Did
a
you get
10.
Then you
I
hit.
got a 10. Oh my god, I'll
Okay.
take a picture. I got a 10.
Okay, so you actually are going to hurl that at him. He's going to try to dodge out of the way. The fire blast has a damage rating equal to your primum,
Which is now 10.
which is 10. The fire blast. So I'm guessing that's 10 points of damage. So, okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He is not dead, but holy crap, he is messed up.
God.
Is that the most damage in one hit? In Dark Tales? Like for World of Darkness?
No, Christine
No.
in a Hunter one shot for extra
Yeah.
life.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, I remember that. She did amazingly well.
That is going to slam into him, dealing 10 points of damage. That is going to absolutely suck. Ms. Maccabee, what do you do?
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Is the gateway from this world to the next?
It has been severed. Oh, you're talking about the one...
The portal.
Oh,
like the
to the
The
time
portal
shard.
that he
the
wants
splinter?
into the other
Yeah.
one. The splinter.
Yes.
Is it infrastructure?
Yes. Technically, I believe it. I believe so, yes.
Okay. If you are
will
counting
say
it as
yes.
infrastructure, I will go loud
Okay.
and burn.
Are you burning Emmett or Delilah?
Emmett? I'll burn Emmett.
Yeah, Delilah's useful.
Yeah, I like.
Bye, Emmett.
Hi,
Bye,
and then
Said bye, but yeah.
hello, goodbye. Burn Emmett. She will. She's kind of hiding around this. Sees that her thing is gone. She is going to go loud. Bust into her angelic demon form.
Beautiful.
And looks like a full paladin, something out of not Diablo, very big and shiny and bright, and is going to fly. And it's any exploits, right? You get access to?
Yes, any exploit.
She's gonna bust in and use raise infrastructure.
Ooh.
If we're stuck in this world, so is he. I'm going to
Oh,
rip
no.
apart this sliver so that he can't leave.
That's beautiful.
And so our primum is 10, correct?
Your primum is 10 right now. Yep.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to spend an eighth. Do I spend an eighth to go loud?
No, you don't have to spend anything.
Okay, cool. Then I'm spending that for the infrastructure. It is extended, but I need 10 successes total. So I'm using
To
presence
do-
and
You need 10 successes
so
total?
it says dice pool, 10 successes required, 1 roll per turn. The success is the character brings the infrastructure down, building collapse, the ground quakes, vehicles melt or explode, the demon, whatever the gate is, gains the surveyed condition and needs to get out of the area quickly. If the character lingers more than a number of turns equal to 10 minus the character's primum, she gains the hunted condition instead.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think it's an extended 10 successes required, but I'm gonna see if I can do it in one.
All right.
So presence is 3 dex, streetwise is 1, and then 10 for my primum. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So, all right, guys, let's hope for all of these to be successes, and we will bust this in one.
Yep.
And then we're all trapped in the apocalypse together.
Well, but then we can, just rip a hole in the gates.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One was cocked. That's a 7. Roll for another explode. That's an 8. 9. Oh, I got 9 successes.
Did you spend a willpower on this?
No, but I could.
And
I'm gonna
one.
spend a
You
willpower.
did spend a willpower. It's the last game.
And what last one? There's 10.
10. Okay, so what does this do specifically?
So it reads,
Right.
this exploit might be the ultimate act of rebellion. Next to falling, of course, the demon stands in the midst of an infrastructure and allows all of the aether in the area to corrode, severing the connection between the god machine and the infrastructure and reducing the false front to rubble and slag. This act is extremely cathartic, especially for saboteurs. I'm a destroyer. I think that's pretty close.
Yeah.
It is, of course, also a terrible risk since the god machine can easily dispatch angels to collect or destroy the demon. Now, does this count as an exceptional success since I got 10 in one go?
Yeah, I'll allow it.
Okay, the player may choose one of the usual options for an exceptional success, or may, if successful, choose to escape the area without the surveyed condition, which is what I am going to do.
Perfect.
But the character brings the infrastructure down. Buildings collapse, the ground, whatever this... Is the whole building? Or is it just the top?
So the... Oh boy, it's gonna be that building. It's gonna be the top of the building.
Yeah.
Cool. Sorry, Keith. So she's going to. She's swooped around in flight. Is going to Sailor Moon change behind it, swoop back around, fly over top of Dredge, Void, and the Tailor directly into the sort of stitch, and grab, and just Hercules pull everything down.
Okay, so the top of this building is starting to collapse on itself. The entire thing. I'm gonna give this like a round before it's completely destroyed. Like just the foundation goes and the building starts to fall.
She's going to get she'll fly out and look at the Tailor and go, "Oh, if we're going down, so are you, darling."
You could have gone with me. What are you? No! Is going
This is
to
so much more fun.
That is absolutely beautiful. Mr. Cinder, what are you doing? So you lift up the building, and then you see the building snap like a dry twig.
As I'm plummeting towards the earth rather promptly, just before I splat on the ground, I use my abruption jets to come to an immediate halt and step away from the ultimate impact.
This is the smartest move that you could have done.
And then probably hear the explosion up there and go, well, shit. And then teleport probably a block away while reflexively turning into my demonic form. I'm not going loud.
The Tailor is going to like look at the shattered apocalypse orb, look at the building crumbling around him, look at the three of you still on the roof. Oh, bugger. And Mr. Dredge, Ms. Void, what would you like to do? Mr. Dredge, you're first. He's just going to shut his eyes in the rain.
I for one am going to try to survive. I'm gonna go and like jump off the side of the building, and because I've got my cables and stuff like that, I'm gonna like ride it down like a destructive Spider-Man, just like raking the side of the building going down. Shatter whatever the hell I need to.
That sounds absolutely fantastic. You're going to swing down, crashing down to the main, to the ground level. And Ms. Void, it is going to be, or not, yeah, Ms. Void, it is going to be your turn. Are you going to use Echoing Death?
Oh, hell yeah!
Okay, give me a Strength plus Brawl plus Primum roll. And you can spend willpower on this. I would suggest it.
Oh, good.
Strength. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and a willpower for one more for luck. Because, you know. Okay. 1 reroll. 2, 3, 4. And reroll is another 10, and another reroll. 6.
6 successes?
6 successes.
Okay. All right, there is a blink in front of you as he collapses in on himself, crushing, cracking, and eventually just crumpling to the ground as if crushed by an immense pressure. What action would you like to undo that he took in the last couple of minutes?
The orb. The orb.
That
smash.
quip he made was really shitty. Can we get rid of that?
Yeah.
Can it be a package deal? The orb and the shitty quip?
Nope, it's one. It's only one.
Okay, then just the orb.
Okay.
You did get the last word, darling.
Okay, so with that, you are going to see the orb is going to re-solidify on the ground. And the building is still coming down.
That's fine. I mean, I got nothing with this building. You know, it's just like, well, yoink.
All right,
Live
you
to
are on
die
the
another
building.
day.
I
And
just need to survive the building and
Care
not set
for
off
lift.
the orb again.
Please. Actually, can I just activate my wings? I'm demonic.
yeah, that's true.
Wings.
I went
You can
loud.
hold hands on the way down if you want.
Oh, let's do that.
Yay!
Hold the orb in one hand. Well, la 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 la.
Definitely not trying to steal the orb from you. Not
Oh
at all.
no, not at all. I mean,
All
we're
right.
just,
Not right now.
mutually suspicious. The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Exactly.
Frenemy?
All right.
Frenemies? Is that what we are now?
Frenemies.
So-
Frenemies for sure.
Friend. Best frenemies.
You land on the
That's
street.
our new T-shirt.
You land on the street, still in your demonic form. And as you hit the street holding the orb, you're going to hear a ticking, a tacking, a rapping coming up the alleyway as an Asian man with sunglasses and a very ripped suit is going to take a step out and kind of turn his head as he looks at you. Quite the rain we're having, isn't it?
Yes.
Terrible. Here, would you care for an umbrella? Pulls a very tiny umbrella out. Holds it over him.
No, I would prefer to enjoy the rain. I'm not going to be able to enjoy it for long. I might as well appreciate it while I have the chance. I see you took care of that wasted presence, the exile.
Yes.
And your stitch issue.
Well, I hope that we can all agree that that does not deserve to be in anyone's hands.
Oh, this?
Yes. I was sent to retrieve it and return it to the world that was meant to be destroyed. That it will be quite difficult. If you wouldn't mind.
No, I wouldn't mind. Catch.
And he's going to deftly catch it in spite of being blind.
Cool with that.
He's going to kind of turn his head and look at it. Thank you. I hope to not see you again. You seem quite pleasant. Thank you for being reasonable. Be seeing you. And he's going to turn and start walking down the alley. Clip clop, clip clop, clip clop. As the sun continues to rise slowly in the distance.
Didn't even want to make a deal with it. That could have been so useful. What you could have traded.
the rain will stop.
You'll just have to make do with destroying the world in another way. There's many ways we can do things here still. Come on, we can have a little more fun.
Fair.
Besides, I need a new body. We should go pick one out. Let's go shopping.
I have one in mind. You're welcome to.
It'll be... Yes, it'll do until I can, pick something up a little bit flashier than the last one.
The little bitch of an apprentice of mine that sold me out. We're ripping her soul out and putting you in there.
Well, it's got to be willing for a soul pact.
Oh, we'll make her willing. She'll bleed until she's willing.
She'll be willing. It'll be a much better choice that we're offering her.
With that, you head off. Simon, or should I say, what name are you now?
Well,
Really?
I'm going to head off and pop that little trinket of mine and hope to God it was actually legitimate. Getting like
It was.
the bad guy.
You will become William.
I become William S. Izzo, a
All right.
51-year-old man.
William Simon Izzo. You look a bit different, but good.
Poorly
And
run the middle.
you're stocky, but you have a full family. In
And
fact,
now I don't have to deal with that girlfriend or the landlord anymore.
you don't.
Right? Silver linings, darling. Silver
Mr.
linings.
Cinder. Do you adopt Linus yourself, or do you get Linus a nice home?
Linus gets a lovely home with a rather large, overly sensitive bald man who surprisingly is probably going to find a basket on his doorstep one day after the doorbell rings with a note saying, "I need a home," attached to Linus in the basket, as well as a card for Grover's cat clinic that says lifetime member on it,
Beautiful.
and a handwritten note that says, "Make sure to stop by for checkups, at least 4 times a year."
4 times. That's a good
Beautiful.
seasonal average.
Ms. Void, you find a new body, either taking over the soul pact of the triad member that you made earlier, immediately calling that in, if you'd like.
No, well, I mean, temporarily. She's gonna go shopping at the Holt Renfrew Mall and see what she can find there. She said she wanted something a little flashier.
Well, you don't have a human form unless you call in your
I
pact.
know William's temporary.
William?
Yep.
You mean Marshall?
No, the gang
I'm
member.
William. I'm William.
Sorry, the gang member.
Yeah, Marshall Lum.
Oh yeah, Marshall Lum. Sorry, yes, Marshall.
Okay, so Marshall Lum will be your form until you find something that fits a bit better. But it's amazing.
Well, I
what
mean,
little
he's a
bit of-
gang member. There's going to be lots of girls falling all over themselves to hang out with him.
You know, there's going to be lots of people falling over you.
That's true. True. I'll have to keep him in reserve. He could be useful.
And Ms. Maccabee, you find that Jackie is no longer there when you arrive back at your office.
Yeah, I bet she's not. Bet they're not.
And in their place, as you look through their files, you will see that they appear to be in contact with someone. In fact, as you check the file server, you will see that they sent a surprising amount of information to what appears to be a law office.
Oh?
A bunch of information about you sent to one Lillian Underhill of Underhill and Associates.
We'll have to do some investigating.
I think you will, but that's for a different chronicle. And folks, I think that's where we're going to call it here. That is going to be, I'm going to give you all 1 experience point total. I'm going to give you, so Kelle, you survived the night. You found a new cover. Mike, you stopped the thing. You got Linus a home. Christa, you got an apocalypse orb. Kind of, I'll give you that.
Briefly.
You outwitted.
No, actually,
you
I
outwitted
never had it.
Oh, that's fair. Okay.
And I didn't know with the angel. I just survived him.
Yeah.
Oh, that's fair.
Didn't get any of it.
Okay. And then
Sorry.
James did not angel ass kick, but you did stop the apocalypse
Fair.
and you claimed a new cover. So that's gonna be 2 beats for you, 2 beats for everybody but Christa. But Christa, I'm gonna give you an extra beat for just being such a smarmy little jerk.
Yes, that was my goal.
Woo woo.
All right, so folks, that was Demon of the Descent. Did you have fun with that?
Oh god.
yeah.
It was
I have
wonderfully
one
evil.
question.
I have one
At the
answer,
very
potentially.
beginning, I got a whole bunch of information about this guy, Doug McCullough, and his
Yeah.
whole family and this whole thing. Did that have anything to do with anything, or was that just filler?
That was that you did not pursue it, so it was not part of the plot.
Okay. Okay, that's what I was like, there's something here, and I kept being like, what's this thing that's tied
It
to
is
something?
it is a
And
fleshed out world, baby. I know it's the worst.
One day.
Um,
One day.
Everybody had a good time with that though?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You guys
Yeah.
are so dysfunctional.
Oh,
So
love it.
dysfunctional.
They're demons.
love
What do you want?
I'm
I'd say
gonna
functional
say
for demons.
I don't. Yes, thank you to all of you for being so dysfunctional along with me. Because I know there's a lot of groups that could not be as antagonistic towards each other, and I really appreciate everybody
Yes.
playing with that.
Of course.
We leaned so hard into being frenemies that it just
Yes.
it made sense for the character types.
It was perfect.
That's beautiful. All right, so folks, thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Demon the Descent, and I hope you enjoy it. If you're watching this on Patreon, thank you so much for supporting us. We could not do it without Patreon. It literally keeps the lights on and food in my stomach, which I need to actually do because I'm very, very hungry right now. So thank you so much, Patreon, for buying the pizza that I intend to order. So thank you so much for that. If you're not watching this on Patreon, what are you doing? Join the Patreon. You could have seen this months in advance of its public release for as little as $5 a month. It's really a small pittance for a lot of extra content. And I really hope you consider it. Take a look at our tiers and see what you could get. There's at least an additional 5 games a month. It's $1 per game. Like, that's really not that bad. Consider it. Then you could join the ranks of such luminaries as my mom. Don't you want to be with my, like, hang out? It almost goes weird. Don't you want to hang out with my mom? Don't be with my mom. That would be, no. You know, but be
Hang
with
out
her
with
on the
Kelly's
Patreon.
mom.
Hang out with my mom. She's a lovely lady. She's also a divine producer here. Or you can hang out with Breck. Precarious is a demonic producer, which perfectly fitting for this game. You can also hang out with the wizards of the Patreon, summon some demons alongside Tammy the Forever Cleric, and of course the Ink Goblin, who's hopefully loving this game. I also want to thank the High Council of the Patreon, Taryn, Buddy, Amberthist, Cubby Gummy, Raven with Baubles, Karasha Urquhart, Chef Eladeth, Larouk, Sorcerer Sanguine, Mike Baxter, and Kalen Whitebeard. Thank you so much. You guys are amazing, and you four are amazing. Thank you for playing Demon of the Descent. And now I have to go back
Thank
to
you for running
plotting
it,
Hunter.
Kelly. It was amazing.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
it was-
Thank you for asking us
it's a-
to join this one.
I'm glad. It's
So
a very
much fun.
complex game, but it's a lot of fun.
Oh yes.
So thank you so
Just
much to
lean
Onyx Path
into your
for
evil
making this
side.
game. And thanks to Sam Young for introducing me to it, because I wasn't going to play this, and then he encouraged me to. So thanks, Sam. All right, so that's going to be it, folks. Have a fantastic night, and be seeing you. By the way, who called the Tailor from the beginning as the bad guy? Who clocked him for the... Did I manage to put him past you? Yes!
I kind of suspected, but it's like it's too obvious.
He's British. Of course he's evil.
I need to listen to my gut more.
It's true.
No one but the evil guy makes suits that sharp.
It's true.
That's
True.
true. Yeah.
Everybody's crazy
So sharp you can cut your teeth on
for
them.
the sharp dressed man.
Mm.
We'll see you next time. Good night, everybody.